All right, so the drone has completed the mission and it's entering the home circle, and it's going to come down to that transition altitude while it's in the home circle. And here it comes. Now it's going to do a backward transition and begin its descent. During this, you just want to keep an eye on the drone, make sure it's doing what you expect it to do, and it's coming down at the location that you've chosen, which would be the same spot you took off from. It's all automatic. Okay, after the landing, the drone has just touched down. I wanted to look down at my tablet and watch the tablet. The tablet will say whether or not the geotagging procedure is going to be successful after the flight by telling you success, or it will say there's a data error or something like that. 99.9% of the time you're going to see success, and you want to wait until you see that before you power off the drone. If there was an error, more than likely it would be because in the case of a PPK flight, maybe you didn't fly long enough for the system to get a good PPK fix, number one. Number two, it could be because the camera didn't record the photos correctly. Or number three, it might be just because the drone itself for some reason wasn't able to calculate and complete writing the directory on the SD card. That could be another issue. In that case, you're going to want to reformat the SD card or try a different SD card. So that's your first indication about how well the flight went, is that window. So when you see that success or you see that warning, after you've seen that and cleared that, then you want to come over and turn off the drone. Now, do not mess with the camera yet. You want to power the drone off first before you get that SD card out of there, okay? So the way to do that is just to do it in reverse from what you did when you set it up. You just want to pull out the yellow section. I'm going to have to use both hands here, hold on. The yellow section of the cable just separates right here, okay? And then you want to separate the other one.
Telemetry link lost.
My hands are really cold. Let me get a good grip on it. There we go. And now you can either leave the batteries in there or take them out depending on whether you're going to fly again. We're going to fly again in just a minute, so I'm going to leave them in there. And then make sure these magnets are clear. Drop that guy back on. Now, what I'm going to do in order to save battery power on my tablet, so I'm going to power the tablet off. And hit power off when it gives me the option. And then I can power off the controller. Okay, so in order to get the information from the flight that you need off the drone, again, I've shut it all down, I've powered it off. What you need to do is just pop the back off. And then on the RX-1 PPK, the SD card is right here underneath the camera. On the QX1, it's going to be here on a little adapter in this USB drive. So all we need is the contents of that SD card. You reach in there, pull that out. I like to get the whole thing out. My fingers are a little cold, so it's going to be a little bit difficult. There we go. And so this is what you need. Now, if you're not going to process the PPK portion of the flight and you just want to do the images, then you can just use the micro SD card in the tablet. The WingtraPilot has a geotagging feature in it that allows you to do the image geotagging with just the micro card. If you do want to do the PPK, however, then you're going to want to use the adapter, and you're going to do this in your computer with WingtraHub. Okay, so once you've got the SD card, if you're done flying, then the next thing to do would be to take the batteries out, put the drone away, put it back in the case, and then this is what you're going to need for the Wingtra hub portion, and for PPK geotagging, and then going on to processing. The next videos that we're going to show are going to be how to manipulate the drone in assisted mode.